Welcome to the Today's Leader podcast. Building tomorrow's best leaders, today.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Keep it going. Good job, guys. All right, Paul, I see you. All right, finish. Coach Carl.
Great job, guys.
Hey there, it's Coach Curl here, and welcome to Monday Mentoring on the Today's Leader podcast, leading a revolution to build tomorrow's best leaders today. Now, today we're talking about leadership development, specifically your leadership development. Now, it's critical for leaders to have a process and a plan in which to develop themselves, especially if you really want to continue to lead effectively into the future. A well-designed, a well-crafted leadership development plan provides the necessary tools and development activities to help yourself grow, learn, and improve ultimately your leadership skills. Leaders need a plan, of course, that's tailored specifically for them and their individual needs. And there are a number of aspects in which we will go through that highlight what you need in your leadership development plan. But firstly, a couple of key points. Why don't leaders have development plans? Some of the time it's because we don't know what we don't know. We've got a blind spot towards maybe some of the things that we do as a leader. And the other main aspect I would imagine is that if we do know, sometimes we just don't know how and where to start. And that's a challenge. So let's talk about some key points that may help you, that should help you get started on your leadership development plan today. First off, you should be taking into account your relative level of leadership experience. How long have you been a leader for? What sort of situations, environments have you led in? Where have you had maybe some success? Where have you had any leadership development? We need to take that into a capsule and we need to note it down. Second stage is to think about your own goals and objectives. If your goal and objective is to climb the corporate ladder, of course, that needs to be part of your aspirational plan. But even if you are content and comfortable in your role, you are still going to need some level of development to make sure that you're maintaining your status quo. Because what we know is that leadership and business is changing very rapidly. And if we don't change and move with it, we're going to be left behind. Another area to look at is the environment in which you lead. What does the company culture tell you about development? Is it something that's structured? Is it something that's embraced? Is it something that's frowned upon? Because your company environment is going to have to come into part of what your plan is. And the aspects that I'm talking about is, do you make your plan public or do you keep it private? And that's going to be largely due to the environment in which you are. We also want to be thinking about what are some of those evaluation or assessment processes that you've been involved with. Maybe you've had some personality profiling. Maybe the organization that you've done has done some leadership assessments. What can you learn from those? And just the fifth little thing that I'll share just to get you started is you need to look at what I call a leader's strengths, successes, and stumbles, because that's also going to give you the opportunity to start pinpointing those areas in which you can really benefit from development. So there are many resources available that will obviously help leaders develop their skills. We have one over at tomorrowsbestleaders.com, and it's called the Emerging Leaders Masterclass. But it's just one of many that are available. So do some research, have a think about what it is that you really want to achieve. Map through those 5 key points for you to start developing your own leadership development plan. By creating this plan, you can work towards your own specific goals. You'll increase your productivity and your performance, and ultimately you'll be seen as a major asset in the business in which you operate. Hey, I'm Coach Curl. Thanks for tuning in to Monday Mentoring. I shall see you all again next week, and bye for now.